Slasher. What's up? What's going on? Here we are on a Tuesday night, a different night for Slasher Movie Club. Corey Anders with me, of course. And tonight we're going to be getting into some possible horror movie history of sorts. How's it going, Corey Anders?
Pretty good. History?
Yeah. You didn't know?
What?
we're gonna be talking about 2021's The Black Phone, directed by Scott Derrickson, and starring the amazing Ethan Hawke, Mason Thames, and Madeline McGraw. But as we all know, The Black Phone 2 will be coming out soon, and we'll be talking a little bit about that and some of our thoughts. I have some really strong thoughts about that. But real quick, before we get into all of that, just to say hey to you guys in the chat. We got Ginger Ninja in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Paula is in the house. What is going on? All right. Hey, Melissa. Melissa's with us. Saying, hey, Night, got a great sunrise today. Went to the hospital. Mom being discharged. Home now with us. Oh, that's great. Wow. Well, hey, I'm so glad that she's home now, and I hope everything's going well, Melissa. And much love and prayers to you guys. But that is really good news. Awesome news. Very, very cool. All right. And yeah, absolutely, you guys. Thank you for sending well wishes to Melissa and her mom and her family. It's very, very cool. Mary also in the house. What's up, Mary? Good to see you. We got Scott. What's up, Scott? Hope you're doing well. Mary saying, Coriander, we love you, girl. There you go. All right.
We love you.
Yeah. All right. So we're talking about The Black Phone tonight. And for you guys in the chat, definitely let us know what you think of the film and our talking points. We're going to kind of just go over, what we thought of the movie and the story beats and stuff like that, as we always do. Coriander, let's start with you just as a quick overall blurb. What are your thoughts on The Black Phone? Like when you first saw it, we rewatched it to prepare for this, but what's your overall quick thoughts without getting into any spoilers?
Well, I would definitely pick up that black phone.
Hey, that was pretty good. All right, good for you. Okay,
thanks, babe.
that was good. And Ginger Ninja saying, "Hey, what's up, man? Glad to have you here. Thank you so much."
Right?
And Kelly's in the house. Okay.
Nice.
Right.
Hello.
Hope you're doing well, Kelly. Great to have you here. Melissa's not a fan of The Black Phone. Ooh, wow. Well, let's see. We'll see what we think about it and see if things change for any of us here. Well, to me, I think this was a very interesting horror movie, if anything else. The story by Joe Hill, of course, as we know. And for those who may not know, that is the son of Stephen King. They have a very similar look. When I look at Joe like really, really quick, I'm like, hey, that's Stephen King, young Stephen King.
Dude, young Stephen King, he was in high school, he went to Bangor, okay, and I went to Old Town. And obviously they came and we played basketball and that dude was like in our gym. So
That is so
yeah,
cool, man.
it
So cool.
is, right?
Very cool. Um, but yeah, this story, it always intrigued me. I mean, I didn't know the story before the film, but the movie, when I first saw the trailer for it and learning kind of a little bit about it and Ethan Hawke, being in the starring role, I was
Hmm.
very intrigued. So let's get into some of the bits of the film. Um, it starts off and you're building up character, which is a hallmark of Joe's father.
Hmm.
Stephen King always builds up character. And, we meet Finny, played by Mason Thames, who,
Yep.
just your average kid, nothing too special. At least we don't think so in the beginning. Playing baseball as the pitcher, seems to have a pretty good arm and so forth.
Yeah.
We meet the father,
Mm.
and this created a lot of cool, dramatic moments in the film. I was very interested in the home life because, obviously, well, we'll get into that. And of course, we can't forget about, his sister,
Hmm.
who played a huge role in this film as well, Gwen, played by Madeline McGraw, and, she was very spunky. What did you think so far once we met the main family here?
You know, you gotta remember, right? Because it's bringing me back to when I was a kid too.
Mhm.
Growing up well, I was a baby in the late 70s, but in the 80s, and it's almost, yeah, it's just nostalgic. And I loved how these two, brother and sister, were so close, which in their situation, if they're not close like that, that would really be a real shitty life.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I did not mind the cast at all. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And you could tell that, these 2 actors had great chemistry more than anything else, and I thought that was
Mm,
cool because sometimes, and it doesn't matter if it's adults or if it's kids, if you don't have a certain level of chemistry, it's hard to buy into the relationship, whether they're siblings,
yeah.
friends, married couple, whatever. And these 2 had
Yep.
fantastic chemistry right off the bat. As soon as you
Hmm.
meet them, you buy into it. But we learn a little bit more
Definitely.
about Finney at school, and, he gets bullied and
Yeah, which
bullied
is
bad.
surprising. Yeah, that is right.
This scene, which is early in the film, was also kind of a big moment too because it showed, I don't know, it just showed a different side of his life, obviously, but also a friendship that he has with,
Mhm.
Robin, who stuck up for him and basically told these bullies, if you mess with Finney, he said it differently, of course, but if you mess with him, you're messing with
Mhm.
me, get on out and so forth. And that scene was one moment, but then after that, these 2 kids were just being friends, and I thought
Yeah.
that I guess what I'm saying is there was a lot of heart even in the first 15 minutes of this film, which I
Mm,
thought was really cool 'cause it kinda gets you set up for all the dark things, that this movie obviously dives deep into.
yeah,
Yeah. Real quick too in
definitely.
the chat, just to catch up with these guys, we got Gina who came into the chat. What's up, Gina? We got
Hey,
Oliver in the house. What's going around? What's going on?
hello.
Saying, wanted to say hello. Hope everyone's doing well. Won't be around after tonight for personal reasons. I want to wish everyone I've talked to all the best. Oh, well, geez, buddy.
All right.
Well,
Well, hope
de-
all goes well.
definitely. Yeah. I'll
Good
get in
luck
touch with
with
you.
everything. Yeah.
We hope that you come back.
Yeah.
Some really we got some really good stuff coming up, some very important things, in my mind, and I also know in Coriander's mind as well, and we'll get to those things in a little while. But yeah, Oliver, let's talk, and I hope you're doing well, man. Sean's in the house saying next Freddy without having seen the film, but Nightmare's dead, so I'll take what I can get. Yeah, I mean, we'll
Mm,
definitely get into that as well. I definitely see the parallels. There's no doubt about it. No doubt at all. JPEG, Jotto's in the house. What's going on? All right. Hope you guys are doing well. Let's see. Who else? Who else is in here? Um, Jado saying he's not. I don't believe he's the next Freddy. Well, that remains to be seen. I mean, I don't know if you mean as far as the parallels to what might be happening in Black Phone 2, or if you mean the popularity level. I mean, of course, nobody is Freddy. You'd have to have
Right?
you'd have to have decades worth of films and popularity and so forth. So I don't think
Hmm.
I don't obviously we're not at that point yet, but
Yeah, but I don't think
we'll
they're trying to take it in that direction.
I mean, we'll get to that. Let's
It's not
finish
like
talking
they're
about the first film
dreaming,
first. Well,
right?
no, but there's supernatural stuff, which
Well, of
we
course, but
do
there's
see.
supernatural stuff in Jason, and Jason's
Yeah,
Jason, just like the grabber's the grabber.
yeah, but I
You
mean, we'll
know?
get to that. We'll finish this part first because I think that's an interesting conversation to have as well. But some of the things that we do see that is beyond the norm, so to speak, we realize that Gwen has visions. She has
Hmm.
visions of the future and visions of the past and all this different type of stuff. It's really interesting stuff. And Madeline, as an actress, as a young actress, was great in these moments. She was, again,
Hmm.
like
She was
spunky,
good in this whole
emotional.
film.
She
Yeah.
really was. She
Hmm.
really, really was. But trying to help the police, because we learn, and we've jumped ahead a lot, but we learn that kids are being taken captive, being kidnapped
Hmm.
by the grabber, and it's really sad, man, because you see these kids also kind of react to it, and I thought it was some really cool, heartfelt moments. It really was. Um,
Hmm.
you had cool moments like this where Finny is watching a horror movie, getting scared out of his mind. You got to remember now, this took place, I believe it was 1978, I believe, or it might have been 73. I can't remember, but it was in
Hmm.
the 70s. And he's watching this old horror movie. And it was just
The
funny watching
Tingle?
him
Was
react.
it the Tingle?
Tingler?
Tingler,
Maybe.
yeah. Yeah, it was, yeah. That
Maybe.
was
I'm
the
not
first
sure.
horror movie that he saw that scared him and got him on his way to doing what he's doing.
Oh, okay. All right. Very,
Yeah.
very cool.
A little bit
Um,
of fun facts for you.
Yeah. Jado saying I still need to watch the first Black Phone. Might check it
Oh,
tonight or tomorrow. Yeah, you should definitely watch it. I think it's a very well made film, I think. But
I agree.
we'll get more into that as we go along. But we start to get into some really tough scenes, and this is one of them
Hmm.
where Gwen has these visions. She was asked by the police about her visions and so forth, and I guess the police contacted her father, and
Went to
he
his work.
went to his work, yeah, and he
Yeah,
went ape shit on her,
he
just
did.
giving her spanking and telling her that these dreams aren't real and so forth. When we saw this in the theater, this was a really tough scene for me to watch, because both of these actors, I mean, it's a very, very, um, it's a bad scene, but these
It is.
actors were so good in the role they're acting
She lost her
because you
voice,
believed it.
yeah, doing this scene that, yeah, that's a little bit of tidbits too that,
I
yeah.
believe it.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
she
I don't know
was
how many takes
yelling.
they did. She was, but she said that after that, yeah, she lost her voice.
Yeah. I mean, and even tougher about it was Finney was watching it, and
Hmm.
he was trying to, get his dad to stop, whipping my sister. And it was tough. Again, Mason, credit to Mason as well. Just the look on his face, the
Hmm.
emotion, the anger, the frustration, the sadness, the fear. It was just crazy.
Hmm.
And Ginger Ninja making a point, I was just about to say, Jeremy Davies is a phenomenal actor, very underrated. I absolutely agree. I think we first kind of noticed him like in Lost. He had that role in Lost, but he's been in
Well,
so
he
many
was
other
in,
things.
yeah, I saw him in, nah, oh shit, Ravenous before
That's
Lost.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
that's where
right.
I knew him from. Yeah.
But yeah, he's a great actor. He was in Saving Private Ryan, Twister.
Hmm.
You name it, he's been in it. You got a very distinct look, but his voice, like you can't
Yeah.
mistake his voice. I love his voice because it's kind of it's soft spoken, but yet it has a power behind it, which is so weird to say.
Hmm.
There's a gravitas there. But anyways, it was a tough scene because we learn that Finny and Gwen lost their mother, obviously married to their father. She had died, and she also had visions and so forth. And we learn more about that as time goes on. But it explains why the father is so distraught, depressed, drinking, and taking out his anger on anyone that is around, including his kids.
Hmm.
He loves them. He does show love, and he speaks it too, and you do, and I do believe it, but he's just so wrapped in a ball of guilt and depression over the loss of his wife, that he
Hmm.
just can't be there for his kids. This was such a sad scene when she just kind of leans on her brother after, obviously getting the spanking, and they don't even say anything, and they don't need to. you know
Right.
I think that's the power of the movie, is that it has these moments, and it lets these moments breathe, which is the mark of a good film.
Hmm.
Um, but then we have the scene where we learn that Finney's friend Robin gets kidnapped, which in the movie, I remember when we saw it in the theater, I'm thinking, oh shit, if this kid can get taken, anybody can, because this was the kid that beat up the bully, and he's also the kid that saved Finney in the bathroom against three of the guys, three other kids.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, he's no punk. So yeah, this was tough because now we know, and as we can see there, they've got his, missing child poster right there, and
Hmm.
it sucks, man, because it makes you kind of think about, you know, children being kidnapped and how sad of a situation it is for the families and friends and people that
Yeah,
go to school with the kids.
definitely.
Yeah, yeah. Scott is heading out. Thank you so
So
much for
have a
being
good
here, man.
night.
Yeah. And by the way, if you guys have not hit the like button, please do. It helps us out. We really appreciate that. Um,
Yeah.
so in school, Finney, he's bullied. He's kind of a loner, except for, obviously his friend Robin and his sister, but he does have, a possible romantic interest. They don't go deep into this, I thought, which was a
Right.
good idea.
But
Um,
can I, before we talk about this, right?
yeah,
'Cause you can see that his eye was all bruised. How
yeah,
that wasn't it like the next day, right, when he went to school? Those goon bullies, where they
yes,
knew that kid was gone,
that's
they
right.
went after him and kicked the shit out of him, and his sister
Yeah,
came and
hit one
yeah,
with a
that was
rock.
his sister. Yeah, she rocked, man. Let me tell you,
Yeah,
because no one else was going to save him, and if she didn't,
I
good God,
know.
Finney would have gotten his ass kicked even worse than it already was getting.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it was ridiculous. But, you
Yeah.
know, this is par for the course, you know, for some of these types of stories, especially Stephen King stories. And I think Joe definitely inherited a lot of that from his father, telling these stories about these kids. I mean, these things really do happen for sure.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I mean, this kid's life is like crappy. I mean, he's got a great sister, and he had
Mhm.
a really good friend, but I'm just saying he's got stuff hitting him from every direction.
Yeah.
So it was sad. It makes you really root for him. He's the ultimate underdog. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But here we are, Coriander. Real quick to the chat. Never walk up to a black van. Never do it. It's not good
Mm.
news.
Yeah.
Ethan
Well,
Hawke.
he got tricked though,
Well, no,
dude.
I know. I was kind of trying to
You
make a
know?
little fun of it. Ethan
Right.
Hawke stumbles, drops his stuff. He's got balloons, and of course, Finny, being such a kind person, is trying to help him out. And then
Yep.
Ethan Hawke is playing the role. Would you like to see a magic trick? And he's got these balloons, and then boom, that's how he takes him. And it was just like, shit. I mean, you knew that that was gonna happen, but just
Yeah.
the way that it happened was like, oh man, here we go.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty
Here we
shitty.
go. Yeah, I
Yep.
mean, and he's got the hat on, his face, he's got face paint on. I'm like, what are we doing here? He's like the Crow or something. What are we doing? And
Yeah.
Finny is knocked out. He's brought back to the lair um, of the grabber. That's what he's called in the film. And look, man, when you wake up and you're looking around, you're all groggy, and the first thing you see is this. That's bad news.
Right?
Okay, that is that is not a good sign. Um, Ethan Hawke, even in this first, this is really when we first see him and we first started hearing him. He was
Hmm.
great in this role. Like
He was.
immediately, I was like, yeah, he needs to do more of this type of stuff. His voice, the way he talked, he
Hmm.
wasn't always like, there were times when his
Right.
voice would squeak and he sounded kind of emotional and unsure. And I was just like, wow, he's sick. There's a reason he does what he does. He's sick. Um, but look at this place. I mean, this is like a basement fortress type of thing. This is like, I mean,
Not
this
good.
is bad. This is bad. And
Yeah.
poor Finny, he's down there, man. He is
Yep.
down there. Real quick, let me just jump to the chat. Um, JPEG saying if a black phone is ringing, don't answer the call. Ain't that the truth? Oh my gosh, very true. Also saying robbing children of their innocence in fiction and real life is always wrong. I totally agree with that, man. Seriously. And hey, look at this. We got Ben coming in with a super chat. Wow, thank you
Awesome.
so much, man. A
Right?
$15 super chat. Oh man, thank you so much. We really
Hmm.
appreciate that. He's saying, good evening, Night and Coriander. I hope y'all are well. The Black Phone is my favorite movie of 2022, and Black Phone 2 is my most anticipated film yet to release in
Yeah,
2025. So excited. Love y'all. Thank you so much. We appreciate that, man.
definitely.
Definitely
Hmm.
helps us out more than I could ever express to you. Seriously. Let's do a super chat clip just to kind of give you a quick thanks. And Coriander,
Uh-oh. Come on.
sometimes what? Wait a minute, what?
Because usually you never, it's always either Killian or
Well,
Eric
no,
or
you're here, bro.
Steven.
There
Right.
you go.
Yeah.
Coriander,
Right. Yeah.
sometimes when you get happy from this type of support from someone that helps your channel to absolutely survive, you get happy
Hmm.
and it might look like this. There it
All
is.
right.
There it is. Some Tom Jones. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate you, Ben. Seriously. Finney's in a world of hurt, man. And the black
Yep.
phone, this is what I want to start to lay the breadcrumbs down for. The black phone doesn't work. That's what Ethan Hawke said.
Yep.
And Finney hears it. And
Hmm.
right at this point, I'm thinking, oh, okay, something's happening with all three, with the phone, with Finney, and with the grabber. Okay. Um, and it was so interesting. It's such a simple thing, a phone, an old school phone by that fact,
Right.
rotary. Um, and you have the sister who is absolutely distraught trying to have a dream, trying to find out where her brother is. It's absolutely heartbreaking because the two of them were so close to each other. Some of these
Yep.
scenes with Ethan Hawke, man, they were just downright creepy. What did you think of some of these scenes where he interacted with Finny?
They were really good. I mean, Ethan Hawke at first didn't even want to play this role. He wasn't into horror, you
Mm-hmm.
know, let alone playing a role like this. So
Yep.
the fact that, I mean, come on, he did so well, and yeah, I mean, when you got masks like that,
It's
it's
a
gonna make anything
fantastic mask.
creepy.
It's a
It is.
fantastic mask.
Mm-hmm.
And we will get to
And the
that.
fact that they change, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, yes. Now I want to hold off a little bit on it because we're going to get to that near the
Mm-hmm.
end. But you're absolutely correct. Ethan Hawke, just his ability. He's such a great actor, an underrated actor at that.
Mhm.
I want to say that as well. I've loved even Ethan Hawke for a
I've
long
always
time.
liked him. Mhm.
You know, anything that he's in, I'm up for. I don't
Right?
care if it's a musical. I'd watch him in a musical.
I probably would too.
That's how much I really appreciate and enjoy his craft. He's like a
Yeah.
student of the game. Um,
I was excited for Johnny Depp and Sweeney Todd.
well, yeah, absolutely. No
Yeah.
doubt. Yeah. Real quick too in the chat to catch up with these guys. We got more people jumping in. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. If you haven't hit
Yeah.
the
Hit
like
that like
button,
button.
please do. It helps us out so much. We got Rachel in the house. What's up, Rachel? Good to see you. Ben enjoyed our clip. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. What's up, Sunny in the house saying evening, night, and Coriander in chat. Good to have you here. Let's see
Yeah.
who else. Sarah is in the house with a channel member anniversary 30 months, man. We hit
Awesome.
30 months. Unbelievable. Sarah, thank you so much for the support. We appreciate it.
Mhm.
Um, you know, well, I just want to say this, we really appreciate um the opportunity to do what we do. We appreciate you guys that come here um, you know, all the time, all the different
Mhm.
streams, the different events, the different videos that I upload or the shorts or whatever. We appreciate that. And so many of you
Mhm.
guys, it's been awesome to get to hang out, with you guys and get to know you guys. So Sarah, 30 months is absolutely mind-blowing. So thank you so much. Seriously. Um,
Yep.
she said, here for a good time and a long time. Love this channel and community. Thank you so much, Sarah. Seriously.
Yeah.
We we really couldn't do
Glad
it
to have
without
you.
yeah, we
Right?
really couldn't do it without you guys. Seriously. Um, let's see. Russ saying waiting for the black phone too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no doubt about it. And we definitely will get into that. Okay. So I mean, yeah, Ethan Hawke is fantastic. And there were multiple conversations. There were a lot of conversations. They spent a lot of time, just these two in the basement with just
Yeah.
the dialogue back and forth, which was really, really,
And another
it was great.
mask I can see. Yep.
Yes. Yeah, another variation. Yeah, so it was
Yep.
just cool.
Yep.
Um, but we also cut to Gwen, who's trying to find her brother. And you felt
Mhm.
so bad for this little girl because she's riding her bike at night, looking at the houses. She's trying to figure it out. It's a big mystery, also, which I thought was cool. That's the other part of this is that it's a mystery because all of these kids are in a certain area. So it only makes sense that the grabber is in that area as well. So
Right?
it was a really cool mystery, and it starts to unravel as we go further along. But even when the grabber was offering food to Finny, it was just like,
Yep.
oh my gosh, just amazing stuff. And when he went upstairs and the door didn't shut all the way and the phone rang because Finny was about to go to the door, and I was
Mhm.
thinking the same thing, go to the door, go to the door. And the first thing that the voice said, and of course these were voices, some of the kids that Finny knew that were
Mhm.
taken. And that was also a creepy aspect of it. And the voice was like, don't go to the door. He's waiting for you.
Mhm.
He wants you to come upstairs. And I was like, what? And I mean, you start to see the ghosts of these
Mhm.
kids. And it's like, oh, here we go. And as soon as we start seeing ghosts, it's like, yeah, this is horrific shit. Tastefully done, though. Tastefully
Mhm.
done. Look at this. He was
Yeah.
waiting in the kitchen right at the door for
Mhm.
the kid to come up the stairs, and it was a game that he called Naughty Boy, and he's got the belt, and the kid had said, "If you go upstairs, he's gonna beat you, you're gonna cry, you're gonna ask him to stop, and he won't. He won't
Mhm.
stop. Basically, just pass out from the pain." Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely horrific. Absolutely horrific.
Yeah.
And again, credit to Ethan Hawke, because as we all know, when you're behind a mask, it's very hard to emote. It's very
Mhm.
hard to have a character, and I thought he did a fantastic job. You knew exactly what was going on. Even
He
without the
did.
change of mask, he you just knew it, and he was great.
Mhm.
Russell, what's up, man? Russell's in the house too. What's
Hello.
up? Good to have you here, man. Okay, now Sarah also saying, I love this movie so much, but I feel like it kind of went under the radar for people when it first came out. It is in my top 3 of the last 5 years. Oh my God, Sarah.
Nice.
Now
You must be
that's
looking forward to the second one.
yeah, Sarah. Let us know if you're looking forward to the second one. That's number one. And number two, Sarah, do you have your top 3 of the last 5 years? Would you want to share it with us in the chat? I'd be so interested to see what it is, but Sarah's not playing around. She put her flag down for the black phone, and I'm here for it. That is very cool of you.
Mhm.
Okay, so Finny does not go up the stairs, which was very
Smart boy.
smart. Um,
Mhm.
Gwen is still having these visions. She has a vision of the grabber in front of a house, and it was creepy the way they did this. Can I just also give some credit to
Yeah.
director Scott Derrickson? He
Mhm.
he is a very good director. I've enjoyed so much of his work. For you guys in the chat, just like Sarah said, this film definitely, I think, to a big degree, went under the radar. I mean, it did very well. It was popular in its own way, and it had a great Rotten Tomato score and all that stuff. But I think, some of the horror community might have ducked out on it. But Scott Derrickson is a fantastic director. He did Sinister. He did oh God, well, he's doing Black Phone 2. He did The Exorcism of Emily Rose. He even did Doctor Strange, and I thought he did a pretty good job with
Mm.
Doctor Strange. But um I mentioned Scott Derrickson because he has a very interesting style that he uses, like a gritty style, and he had the same type of
Mm.
style in Sinister, which also has Ethan Hawke in it. And I mean, look at this image. This is really creepy stuff, in my
Mhm.
opinion. This is the type of stuff that you can imagine these things being in your mind, just like Gwen and Finney's mom. It could drive someone crazy.
Yeah.
You're literally seeing things that you don't necessarily understand. And anyways, I want to get to this part, Coriander. What were you
Mhm.
thinking at this point with Finney using the carpet to help tie the rope? I mean, he's trying. He's
He
showing his
is.
smarts.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what you want to do. You don't just want to sit in the corner and
Hmm.
shrivel up, you
Yeah,
know. And he was so smart to actually, yeah, answer that phone and listen to these kids because
yeah.
they told him that he could dig a hole, which he did,
Hmm.
that there was a cord, which there was, a number on the walls, you know. So I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
without that phone and those kids, him doing this was smart, but I mean, yeah, if he didn't get help, he would have been in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, these kids and this black phone, I'm not trying to sound kind of cheesy about it all, but it's almost like these kids were like, his angels, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, guiding him because he
Hmm.
he he was in it. He was alone, bro. He was
I mean, his
alone.
buddy was teaching him how to fight,
Yep.
step, step, and punch,
Yeah,
and
well, we'll get to
yeah,
that too.
yeah.
We will get to that as well. This scene here with the dad and Gwen, another
Hmm.
really emotional scene because we realize the full story about the mom and how she took her life because of the visions that she had. So it makes
Hmm.
absolute sense that the father is totally against his daughter going down that same road. He even said that, I don't want that type of life for you, honey. And so
Yeah.
now it's like, okay, I get it. I understand why he's kind of like triggered by the visions and kind of got that tight leash, especially on his daughter. I'm not saying it's right, because he obviously
Mhm.
was engulfed by his own grief. But you understand it, you know what I mean? And I guess from the way he explains it to her, um, she was, the mother was very smart, but also just there was a lot of bad things that came with those visions. And it was also
Yep.
sad because Gwen said, but I loved mom the way she was, you know. And so again, this is all, you know, surface stuff, right? But
Mhm.
it really makes the whole movie that much more complex and full. And I really appreciated that. You know, it really was a good story. Um,
Mhm.
real quick in the chat, catching up with you guys. Russell saying Antlers was another good movie. That was a good movie. We've got to watch that again. The movie about the Wendigo. That was really good. I enjoyed that. Um, and Sarah says her top 3 of the last 5 is Black Phone, Prey, and Sinners. There you go. That's a great list.
Nice. Yeah, it
That
is.
that's a very cool list, Sarah. You are cool. Definitely, we should talk about that sometime. So keep that in your back of your mind, Sarah. That is a very cool list. I really appreciate that. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, dealing with a tragedy, it's tough. It's really tough.
Mhm.
I agree with you on that, JPEG.
Sure is.
Um, but we're introduced to someone else here named Max,
Yep.
who is studying everything going on with the
He's pretty
grabbers.
smart. Yeah.
He is very smart. Dude, he's got a map. He's got it all mapped up like he works, you know, for forensics or something.
Right?
You see this? This is
Yeah.
CSI
It's like
type shit.
Dexter, babe. Right?
Come on, man. Don't do that. We gotta watch that tonight. All right. So he's trying
Mhm.
to explain to the cops all these things. He's making a lot of sense to me. The only thing he didn't
Yep.
remember was he was doing some drugs and they were on the
Mhm.
tables. So the cops kind of saw that. And just because he was so like over the top with his personality,
Yep.
the cops didn't take him serious. So
Nope.
he's sitting there, you know, taking in another hit, and the camera, a lot of cool camera angles in this movie, by the way,
Mhm.
guys. Very good cinematography. As he's taking a hit from the table and leaning down to the table, the camera pans down, and then you see like, you know, flooring. It's obviously going to another level. And then we realize Finny is underneath. And
Yeah,
I'm thinking,
man.
no, wait a
That's
minute.
messed up shit.
Yes. And I'm like, wait a minute. Well, that's obviously not Ethan Hawke. His name is Max. He's the brother of Ethan Hawke, of the grabber. And he
Yep.
has no idea because he even said, you know, I'm just staying here with my brother for a little bit and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? This is,
Yep.
again, another cool twist. We have this scene here. Look at this guy. I mean, seriously, if I was a little
Mhm.
kid, I mean, these are some nightmares to happen. I mean, seriously, they really are.
Oh yeah.
Stuff like this. Finny is getting calls right and left. He's the most popular kid on the block at this point because he is getting constant calls and these ghostly visions that he doesn't see, but we see. And to
Yeah.
me, that's creepy shit because when he's talking to him on the phone, he doesn't see them. He just hears them. So, you know, there's that supernatural aspect to it. Like I'm thinking to myself, well, is he kind of, you know, does he have that ability in a way, in a different way than his sister does, right? She has dreams, you
Mhm.
know, and here's Finney who can basically, you know, communicate with the dead through this black phone. Like there's so many questions in my mind, and I'm really curious to see how the sequel handles a lot of it.
Mhm.
Um, it's great stuff though. It's great stuff. But you know, the kids are telling him like the grabber was waiting for you again. The door was left open, but he's been waiting so long that he's fallen asleep. And they're
Mhm.
basically like, you're messing up his game.
Oh.
He
Yeah.
can't win. This is your chance to go. This was
Mhm.
such a tense scene, bro. He sneaks up the stairs. He's walking past the grabber. Here he is at the door lock, a
Yep.
combination lock that one of the kids carved on the wall. So he's trying to learn this combination to get out of the house. The grabber is literally like a foot away from him, asleep, snoring. You know, Ethan
Yeah.
Hawke needs to stop snoring, but Finney gets out. He gets out, and of course, as soon as he unlocks the lock, that friggin' dog barks, wakes up the grabber.
Mhm.
The grabber is chasing him outside in his van, and unfortunately, and I get it, Finny was, scared. He's a kid. Unfortunately, he should have ran and hid,
Yep.
but instead he kind of ran straight away, and the grabber caught up with him in the van.
Yep.
And this was such a dark scene. He put the knife up to the kid's neck because the kid was yelling, trying to get the attention of the neighbors, and said, "If you scream, I will gut you like a pig, and then I will strangle you with your intestines." I was like, what? And the
Yep.
way he said it, what did you think of this scene when Finny escaped? Just
Yeah.
how it was crafted and everything.
I mean, there was just a glimmer of hope, and
Yeah.
then this, and yeah, it's like shit.
You felt
He
so
almost
bad
had
for
it.
this kid.
You did?
Yes. I mean, he's doing what the kids are telling him through the black phone, and
Mm-hmm.
every time, bro, it's like he's Rocky. He's just getting his ass kicked round after round. May's in the house. What's up, May? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Hey.
Man, let us know if you're a fan of the black phone. Yeah. Sarah, thank you so much. She's got the link up for our Patreon. Guys, if you
Mm.
would like to help support the channel, you can do that through the Patreon. We've got some really cool stuff that we do there. We are planning our watch party, which we weren't able to do last week. Life happens, but we will be doing that, and we can play it on the Patreon platform live for you guys, so you don't have to worry about renting a movie or anything like that. We can play it for you. Patreon gives us a lot of more flexibility than YouTube does, so definitely
Mm-hmm.
check out our Patreon, guys. It's a great way to help us out. We also have a great chat feature, which is so much easier to communicate with people, because guys, if you can imagine answering comments, putting things on a community post for social media accounts, DMs. I mean, it's almost impossible to communicate very effectively. I try, but Patreon has a chat feature which really makes it easy to just put something out and everyone gets notified all at once. So, okay. So, this was sad, but it gets even worse, Coriander, because
Yep.
we learn that Gwen, when she's having these visions, she can kind of be a part of the visions. She sees this kid fighting in the store and then gets in the cop car when he gets into it. And over the CB, she can hear the conversation that Finny is having with this kid, after he's been killed by the grabber. And it was just freaky. It was just freaky stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but it was cool. Like in the film, like this was stuff that was, it was pretty damn fresh. Um,
Yeah.
it's basically the final round for Finny. And of course, this kid that got arrested and so forth had told him go through the freezer. And I mean, Finny is using parts from the toilet to
Mm-hmm.
unscrew screws. Like he's just doing everything that he can do. And he,
Mm-hmm.
takes out the contents of the freezer and he's trying to open the door. And of course, it's locked. It's
Yeah.
locked, bro. He could have gotten out. Like,
Yep.
it was a great plan. And I can't lie, man. When he started to cry, when he realized he can't get out of there, I was just like, man,
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at
Mm-hmm.
all. Who wouldn't
Right.
cry? I mean, you
Right.
felt
Poor
bad for
kid.
this kid, right?
Yeah.
How bad did you feel for him?
Dude, if I could give him a hug, I would. No. I felt bad,
Yeah,
No, yeah, it just sucks that there are crazy people out there that, you know, can do shit like this.
yep, yep. It's true, man. It's like, when you think about situations like this and for the kids in
Mm-hmm.
these situations, I mean,
Yeah,
it's so sad, man. It is so damn sad.
it is. It really is. Just like that native chick that went missing and she got like dismembered and she was found on the side of the road in bags.
Yeah.
You know,
It's sad.
it's
It
messed
really
up.
is. It's
Yeah.
beyond messed up. It really is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But, this kid, if nothing else, and we find out later, this kid is very resilient.
He is.
And he always has been. The
Yep.
final ghost he sees, and of course, it makes sense, is the ghost of his friend Robin.
Mhm.
And man, I'm not gonna lie, man, in the theater when I saw this scene really made me sad because, both actors were great. Both of these kids are fantastic. He was just saying, I'm your friend and this and that. And, Finney was like, well, I'm not gonna get out. He said, I can't do it. If you couldn't do it, I can't do it. I'm not tough like you. And Robin's like, no, but you are. He's like, every time you got knocked down, you knew how to take a punch and you would stand back up. You were just always
Mhm.
afraid to throw one. And I was just like, wow, man, this is like some really cool stuff. And like you had mentioned earlier, Robin was giving him the advice, put some dirt in the phone, we'll use that as a weapon, and was teaching him how to step back and how to swing the phone to hit the grabber to use it as a weapon. And, you know, Finney thanked him, and it was just emotional without getting, the movie wasn't getting sappy, but it was emotional because they built them up, you know, they built up these kids as friends, and you got it, and I think that's some of the best aspects of Stephen King stories are the friendships of the kids and the young people in his stories, and Joe Hill tapped into that as well with this. Um, and Finney even asked him, "Am I ever going to talk to you again?" And Robin was like, "No, this is the last call."
Oh,
I was
this
like,
kid had Robin because without him, yeah, he would have been in rough shape.
"Yeah."
So
I
it was
mean, he
really
was
good that.
he was basically preparing him not only for this, but life.
Mhm.
All of these ghosts, they were, because this whole movie, well, not the, even before he got kidnapped, he was just always beaten down emotionally, physically,
Mhm.
mentally. You know what I'm saying? And so to see him be resilient and keep rising up and keep standing up, I'm telling you, man, it was inspirational, and I truly mean it.
I guess he's frozen again. Oh, okay.
Oh, I was frozen before.
You're good.
Okay. Here's the other part that really got interesting in the story is Max starts to realize what's going on. He goes down the stairs,
Ah.
sees Finney, and right when he was going to help the kid, realizing that his brother is the grabber, because he looked at the map,
Mhm.
he had even told the cops that the grabber has to live in a place that's close to the vicinity of all these kidnappings, has to have a
Mhm.
house with a garage, so forth and so forth. And when he looked at the map closer, he was basically like, "Oh shit, it could be this house." And he just looked in the basement and here we go. But
Mhm.
the grabber came home and killed his brother.
He
He
did.
killed he killed his brother. And there's
Yep.
another mask basically saying,
Uh-huh.
"You made me kill my brother." What were you thinking at this part of the movie?
I mean, it just showed you that this guy will kill anything.
Yeah.
Blood doesn't even matter to him, you
Yes,
know? So, yeah,
you're right. Jeez, crazy stuff.
it
We also
is.
got David in the chat. What's going on, man? Saying sorry I'm late. Well,
Hey,
hey, better late than never. We
that's
appreciate you
right.
being here. I hope you're enjoying the conversation. This movie is, I mean, I'm telling you, it's something. But look, man, he's so pissed off. This is the first time you really see Ethan Hawke pissed off. Plus, with this
Mhm.
mask, you can finally, you can see his bottom part of his face with his mouth.
Mhm.
And he was like, usually I take my time, but with you, I'm going to go real slow and it's going to hurt. And I'm like, wow, like this, bro, he, Ethan Hawke, bro. That's
Yeah,
all I'm trying to say.
he's
Ethan
brutal.
Hawke, he was brutal and you believed him. I mean,
Yeah,
seriously. But look at this. Look at this. I love this image that I got. Look at the look on
he's
Mason
like,
Thames'
bring it,
face.
sucker.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's like finally, like he's
Mhm.
like, you know what? I'm
This is my
look,
life.
this is my life. I'm going all
Mm.
out and let's see what happens, buddy. You can
Yep.
see it. And it's so different. He had an angry look at his dad when his dad was giving his sister a spanking,
Mhm.
and it was anger, but it was
Mhm.
like clouded with fear. This doesn't have fear. This doesn't have
No,
fear. This
this
is
is just
determination.
Yep. It's his life, and he
Yeah.
knows it.
This is determination. This is courage. And I'm all for it. You know, as a young actor, this kid was doing everything right.
Yep.
His dialogue, his mannerisms, chemistry with all the people he shared scenes with, obviously including Ethan Hawke, and his physicality. So it's on basically, and we have the
Yep.
scene where we find out what he did when he dug the hole. He put a grate
Yep.
down there, which broke Ethan Hawke's ankle. He used
Yes.
the cord to tie it around him. What a scene. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, tell me that this isn't one of those scenes. And I remember in the theater, I was like, yes, yes. I was, I could feel it. What were you thinking, man? Because at this point, he's got the cord wrapped around his neck, and I'm just like, pull it, man, pull it. He even gets the phone
Yeah,
because
well,
it's
even
ringing.
before that, right? When he fell down there, he was using the phone to punch him. He was
Yeah,
kicking his ass
yeah. He
with
punched
that
him at
black
least
phone.
4 or 5 times.
Yes,
And
yes. And then
so
he started strangling him.
yeah, but here's the other thing too. Now the kids in the beginning of the movie, or when he was first kidnapped, the ghost said that the grabber doesn't believe the phone works. He used to hear it, or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. In this scene here, he hears the phone, bro. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
these supernatural things are just poking through in the story, which, in a minute I want to kind of, move this to the black phone too for a quick second. But he kills the grabber, and
Yep.
another creepy scene is across the street. Gwen thought that she knew the house that the grabber was at. So
Mm-hmm.
the police go in the house. We thought the police were going to save Finny, but of course, good for him. He saved himself. But they
He
go into the
did.
basement, and there's these bodies, bro,
His
like
graves. Yep.
mounds of dirt. And it's like,
Yep.
what? And these are the bodies of the children. And there was one that was dug
Mm-hmm.
up for Finny. It's like,
Yep.
what? I mean, it was just brutal. We get the scene where he's coming out of the house. We realize that the house that the police were at was right across the street from the house
Mm-hmm.
that the grabber had Finny. So he had one house where he kept the kids alive, tortured them, and then the house across the street where he buried the bodies after he killed them. Is this dark shit or what?
Yeah, man.
Crazy. It's
Yep.
absolutely crazy. But I'm gonna tell you what, man, my heart, I felt so good when Gwen saw Finny and
Mm-hmm.
literally ran like Carl Lewis right
It
up
was
to her brother.
cute.
It
Yeah.
was beautiful. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and again, I mean, this isn't the first time we've seen something like this, a reunion after a tragedy or trauma or whatever. But these kids in
They
particular,
did
because they built
good.
them up.
They
Yeah.
did.
Yeah. So it was so cool when they hugged, and obviously Finny
Mm-hmm.
was safe. Real quick in the chat before we get to the end of this. Rachel, you're right. Ethan Hawke was terrifying in this role. I absolutely agree. He was fantastic. He really was. Let's see. Oliver gifting a membership. Thank you so much, Oliver. We really appreciate that,
Yeah.
man. Wow. That helps us out so much, man. I mean, it really helps to keep the channel going. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much appreciated, brother. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And seriously, man, let's chat. Because we really appreciate you, and we hope that everything is going okay with you, man. Seriously. But thank you for, as always, just helping to support the community and also to help to strengthen it. We can't
Yeah.
we can't do this without you guys. We really can't.
Right.
Speaking of not being able to do this without you guys, Ginger Ninja, our
Wow.
brother from down under, 31 months.
That's awesome.
31 months as a
Willie
member.
Renee.
Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
man. Seriously, saying, oh yeah. Thank you so much, brother. We appreciate you so much. You know that. Another really cool scene too that you don't usually see in movies that touch upon these types of things, but the father,
Mm-hmm.
once he sees his son is alive and he's walking towards the ambulance, and he comes up to them and he's basically on his knees saying to them, I love you, forgive me, please forgive me. And
Mm-hmm.
just trying to start that healing process. You usually don't see that. You usually
Right.
don't get that part of it. So in other words, a character that you really didn't like in the very beginning,
Mhm.
you start to understand a little bit of why he's like that in the middle. And then at the end, I felt sad for him. I felt sad for him and realized that, he wasn't a despicable human being. He was just so wrapped up in his grief, that he wasn't able to see the love that was still in front of him, which was his two kids. But now he understands, and that was cool.
Mm.
All of this in a horror movie, guys. This is cool stuff. This is like really cool stuff. And finally, in school, Finney's the man. People are like, "Oh my
Yep.
god, he's the one that killed the grabber? How did he do it?
Mhm.
I heard he strangled him. I heard he hit him with the axe. I heard we hit him with a hammer." Blah blah blah.
Mhm.
Becoming an urban legend, and
Right.
rightly so. No one's gonna mess
Yeah.
with this kid anymore.
Right?
Fantastic ending. Fantastic ending. Coriander, before we move on to the Black Phone 2, just for a quick minute, you know what we got to do? We got to rate this thing. I've been kind of
Mhm.
I try not to play my cards too close in the beginning of these streams, but I obviously said it so many times. But just explain to the folks in the chat, because we want you guys to give a grade as well. We have a grading system of badges. We have 4 badges. That means that we think that the film is excellent. It's fantastic. You should get it on physical media if you can, or whatever you can do. It's that good. 3 badges, meaning that it's pretty good. It was an okay time. We've got 2 badges, meaning that you could take it or leave it. And of course, we have the dreaded 1 badge, which means it's horrible, aka dark territory,
AKA. Yeah.
aka blood
AKA.
cult, aka don't go in the woods alone, aka good night, God bless, aka student bodies. If you haven't checked out those
Etc.,
episodes,
etc.
you need to.
Right?
Those were some fun episodes. So Coriander, what are you gonna give the Black Phone?
I am gonna give it 4.
You're going with 4 badges for the Black Phone. You know
I
what?
am.
Usually I try to play around a little bit and make this draw it out a little bit, but I agree. We got to go with 4. This movie's fantastic, guys. It really,
Mhm.
really is. It's a great story. It's got so much heart. It's got some twists in it, and it has a great villain.
Mhm.
A
Yep.
great villain.
Mhm.
And I can't wait to see what's going to happen in Black Phone 2. Let me ask you this: as we have folks continuing to give us their score for Black Phone 2, I'm sorry, for Black Phone, for Black Phone 2, Coriander, is it too much for me to say that Black Phone 2 could potentially change horror for the upcoming several years?
I mean, I'm hoping it could be the start of a great slasher franchise, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
That would be sweet. I mean, we got number 2 coming, so we pretty
yeah,
much have it. So
yeah,
as long as they do this right,
right.
just like Jason, it could go on forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm
Well, the thing,
excited.
yeah, me too, man. This is my most anticipated film. Because when you see the trailer, and we just saw it when we've seen the trailer before, but we saw the trailer on the big screen
Mhm.
last weekend when we saw The Long Walk, which by the way,
Yep.
we're gonna talk about The
So
Long
good.
Walk at some point. But
Yeah.
seeing the Black Phone 2, the trailer on the big screen, I was
Mhm.
able to kind of absorb it even more. And obviously it's going supernatural. Bro, there were some creepy
Mm.
ass scenes. I mean, and
Yeah.
some people have said it, and I said it for this video, is this the next Freddy? It's supernatural. He can do anything.
Mhm.
With
You
Scott
can.
Derrickson behind the camera and these fantastic actors in front of the camera, I mean, he can do anything. And in that trailer, there were some creepy scenes, some really creepy things. I love that scene where he says, I forgot how he worded it, but basically saying, "My, how the tables have turned, Finny." And it's like, "Oh no." Because,
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. So,
Yeah.
some really, really cool stuff. One of the images where he's on the roller skate, not the ice skates, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
And he's, I think he's got an axe. I can't remember, but it reminds me of that movie that we did on Slasher Movie Club a long time ago called Curtains, where the killer was on ice with ice skates and was,
Mhm.
going to kill the girl. But anyways, if
Have
anyone
a
knows about
strange
that
doll.
scene, then
Yeah.
you get huge props We talked about that movie a long time
Mayanne,
ago.
she's got
Mayanne
to.
probably does. Yeah,
Right.
Mayanne probably does.
And
Real
if
quick
Ginger
too,
Ninja, he might.
he might.
He's
Yeah,
been
because
around long enough.
he has. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the the little flag being thrown down. If you guys remember that, definitely let us know. Kelly saying this movie makes you stop and think about how vulnerable our kids are in this world today.
Oh
It's so
yeah.
true. It's so true.
It makes me
No doubt.
scares me.
Yep.
Oh,
It is
I wish I
scary.
could keep my babies with me forever.
That's true. Russell
Yeah.
coming in saying 4 badges. All right, Russell, very cool.
Nice.
JPEG saying can't decide between 2 or 3. Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Ginger Ninja saying 4 badges.
All
Oliver
right.
saying how many for when I found the movie predictable. It's up to
Oh,
you, man. How many badges do you
exactly.
want to give? I
So
mean,
how you like it?
yeah, yeah. Russ is going with 4 badges. All right.
Nice.
Um, Troy's in the house. Okay, very cool. Hope you're doing well, man. Saying this one reminds me of Nightmare on Elm Street 4. Not that Finny is absorbing their powers, but they all sacrificed themselves to get one step closer to escape, and it took him to absorb all of their quote unquote powers to win. Yeah, I guess you could look at it like
Their
that.
advice.
That's an
Yeah.
interesting parallel. But
Like you
yeah,
said, if he didn't answer that phone, none of these kids would have helped him.
yeah,
And it was
yeah,
only, them giving advice, and
yep.
yeah, he's lucky he took it.
Yeah, very, very lucky.
Mm.
Ben saying curtains, yeah, that was the movie, man. And look at Ginger Ninja. He's all right.
He did.
He is all right. He said, "Oh, I remember." See, can I say something? Now, seriously, guys, I mean, we've been doing Slasher Movie Club for a long time. We had a long hiatus. But we
Yeah.
did well over 100 episodes. Curtains was one of them.
Yeah.
So that's so cool that you remember it, man. That's so
Yeah.
cool, man. Thank you so much. I
Definitely.
appreciate that. Paul is
Right?
going with 4 badges. Kay has a
Nice.
check it out. May is going
Yeah.
with 3 badges. Okay,
All right.
very cool. Well, I think it was such a fantastic film, and I cannot listen, guys. Seriously, The Black Phone 2 could have some amazing stuff in it. The visuals, from the trailer, anyways, possibilities are there, and it really could launch Ethan Hawke into this role as a possible icon in the future.
Mm-hmm.
You got to me when I think of a franchise, Coriander, you let me know what you think. You got to have at least 3, for it to be a franchise to me, 3 films. So
Yeah,
obviously, like,
really?
I think so.
I think if you've got 2, you're there. It's more than 1.
Well, true, but I'm just saying 3 solidifies it to me. And the thing of it is, and you said it earlier, if 2 is not good, then obviously we're not going anywhere. But if 2 is good, they're gonna go with this for a while. I can see it,
Mm.
because this first film had a lot of good critical acclaim. It did well at the box office. Ethan Hawke, I mean, you got these young actors in Mason and Madeline who they were just so good. And so
Mm-hmm.
this really could be something. So I'm so excited. I'm going to
Good.
be talking a lot about Black Phone 2. So guys, get ready. Theories, ideas, hopes and dreams, what we want to see, what we don't want to see, because I really do think it could be very important to horror. It could be a whole new
See, and I
franchise.
don't, yeah, I'm glad you're going to do all this because I want to go in as blind as I can be. I
I'm
don't
going
want to
in blind,
hear
but
all these theories
well,
and I don't want
okay.
to know,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
but that's just me.
Well, okay.
That's just me.
Listen, I mean, that's what I'm saying is I'm just so excited about it
I
that
get that.
I've got all these things that are kind of playing in my mind, just like when I talk to you about it. So it's just really just
Right.
having a conversation about it. It's not giving
Right.
away anything, and we would never give away
No.
any
Oh, God,
spoilers
no, you can't.
about 'em.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I'm still going in totally blind, and I want to, but what I'm saying is just when I think about the fact that this movie could launch this character,
Yeah.
into
Like, I don't even want to see like another trailer just
I
because
don't
I felt like shit, they kind of, I don't want to say they showed a lot, but, more
mhm.
than I would have wanted to see. You know what I
Well,
mean?
there's a lot of things
That's
that
my
trailers
opinion, though.
do that,
Yeah,
work and don't work. So there's a lot of truth to that.
yeah.
But I gotta admit, I felt as though the trailer didn't give away too much because obviously the only thing that I wondered was
Hmm,
how is the grabber in this sequel? If it was a prequel, then I totally get it. But it's a sequel, so that's the first thing that I wanted to know is how the hell is he in this friggin' movie? And they answered it. It's
mhm.
supernatural. And it makes sense because it was all set up in this movie,
Yeah,
and
gotta
I'm
be.
thinking
Yeah,
"Okay, that makes sense." But I can't wait to see what Mason, and Madeline do in this movie because they had such great
yeah,
chemistry, in this first one, so very exciting.
yeah.
Real quick before we head on out, Mary is giving it 4 badges. Well, all right, very cool.
Nice.
Saying that mask is one of the most creepy masks I've seen in a scary movie. Yeah, it's true. And listen, before we head on out, Coriander, you had a couple of quick fun facts. I just want to throw these out. Let's start with the first one. We're calling it the special delivery of the paperboy. Let's have you go through these real quick as we head on out.
All right. So the paperboy is a reference to Johnny Ghosh, a paperboy from Iowa who was on a route with his dog and he disappeared. And to this day, it still
Oh,
remains unsolved.
wow.
Hmm.
Unbelievable stuff, man, and very
Yeah.
creepy because it's real life inspiration, that was in this movie, man. Our next fun fact, called The Legend.
Yeah. So the grabber dons several masks designed by legendary Tom Savini, which I didn't
Ooh.
know. I think that's pretty damn cool.
It is cool. I did hear about that, and obviously Tom Savini is a legend and
He
can
is.
do no wrong when it comes to effects and just all the things he
Ah.
does, wizardry. The masks were great.
Hmm.
Every single one of them was great, and I think in the
Hmm.
next film, it'd be cool to see them kind of go more into that because it was just creepy. It was a creepy mask. It was
Hmm.
so effective. Our next one, The True Professional.
Yes. So Mason Thames said that after every take with the grabber, Ethan Hawke would ask him if he was all right and give him a noogie.
Yeah, that's so cool, man. Ethan Hawke is the shit. I love that guy. I really do.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
next up, The Grabber meets Halloween.
Yeah. In 2022, Ethan Hawke dressed as the grabber for Halloween.
There you go. There you go. That is so cool that he
Yeah.
did that. He dressed as the Grabber for Halloween. Cool. All right,
Right?
our last fun
Hopefully he
fact.
handed out candy, right? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
So, right. The script was written in 6 weeks and was shot in 33 days.
Oh, wow. All right. Very, very cool. All right. Um, guys, this film, it's really good. I mean, it really, really is. But you guys, if you haven't seen it, check it out. You really should. I
Yeah.
stand on that hill for 4 badges. I think it's very cool. Seriously.
Yep.
Real quick, as we head on out, Ginger Ninja also saying the grabber is a proto Freddy from Freddy's Dead. It's the Dream Demons, Freddy Worms. No, it's not. Come on, man. He's too funny. He's messing with us.
Oh
But I will
my.
say I'm gonna be very interested to see how they kind of use that inspiration from the Elm Street films because now him being supernatural, he's vocal, he emotes. You know what I'm saying? And even in that trailer for Black Phone 2,
But you know
I
what?
can
I
tell
don't
he's
think
gonna
they're gonna not make those same dumb mistakes that they did with
no,
Freddy. They're
no,
gonna
no,
keep
no.
him scary and they're gonna keep him. I hope it's gonna be like, yeah. All these references of Freddy's, like, I hope not, honestly, because
Well, I think
I
I
didn't
think
think of that at all.
well, I think first
Just
of all, the
saying.
reason why people are thinking about it because it's supernatural and
But
it's
fucking
not
Freddy, I'm sorry,
well,
but this is irritating too. Jason's supernatural.
what I mean
And he
is that
doesn't come in dreams and,
no, no, no,
you
but he's
know,
haunting Finny. He's haunting Finny. So trust me, that's what a lot of people are
ghost
paralleling it
haunt.
to. Right, but
You
dude,
know,
hold on a
demons
minute, man.
haunt.
Well,
I'm
listen,
just saying it's
listen.
gonna be nothing like fucking Freddy.
No, no, no. I'm not saying it's gonna be like it. I'm just saying there's gonna be parallels. Freddy haunts you in your dreams. He uses things. Um,
Yeah, well,
he uses your
Ethan
weaknesses
can
against
haunt
you,
you when you're
and
awake.
well, yeah, or awake. But I'm just saying, in that trailer, you could tell that that's some of the stuff that the grabber is doing. He's using Finney's weaknesses against him, which Freddy did as well. Freddy talks, the grabber talks,
Ghosts and demons, they can
supernatural.
do that shit. That's
Yeah,
what they
yeah,
use against, us humans, our weaknesses.
yeah. But they don't talk like
So this
this.
isn't gonna this isn't gonna win any of this with me. Maybe
Well,
with
I mean,
some
what?
other people,
Well,
but
I mean, we'll have to
not
see it
me.
for sure. But I'm just saying, it definitely has. It definitely seems to have some parallels. And there's other
Only
stuff
because
behind the
people are
scenes too.
making it and putting
Well,
their
okay.
own.
Well, let me tell you
I don't
why.
think so.
Hold on, let me tell you why. I
Go
wasn't gonna
right
go there.
ahead.
I wasn't gonna go there, but
Uh-uh.
this is a Blumhouse film. Jason Blum, who obviously the head of Blumhouse, said that he wanted to do an Elm Street film, and that he thought he could get
Oh.
Robert Englund to do it. Of course, Robert
Mhm.
Englund said, "No, I can't do it. I
Mhm.
can't do the makeup and so forth." And so they tried. Obviously, it was a lot of estate stuff going on, and Elm Street couldn't be done. Um, and then all of a sudden, we have the grabber coming back, supernatural. So, a lot of people have kind of looked at this as a way that they can kind of do something that is similar, not the same, but similar in a way
No,
to how
yeah.
Elm
I hope
Street
not.
does,
Nah.
does their stuff. So,
No.
yeah.
Nah. They need to do their own. They need to start something new and fresh and stay away from the same old, same old. Just saying.
Well, they're not gonna redo the same
I
stuff.
know, but I'm
I'm just
just
saying it
saying
like
the
an
way y'all are.
inspiration. Just like
Okay,
in a
a
like
good
in a
time.
Violent Nature is inspired by Friday the 13th, but it's not doing the same stuff. Johnny's
No,
not
which is
Jason,
good,
but I'm
right?
just saying it's inspired by Friday the 13th. You can see that. I
Yeah,
mean, well, the director said it anyways, but I'm just saying, even
right.
if he didn't, you could see that. So, all right. So, guys,
Moving
seriously,
on.
you got to check
Right.
this film out. It is awesome. We enjoyed it, and we're really excited for this sequel. And who knows how it's going to go, but we're excited either way, and we'll definitely be checking it out when it comes out into theaters, and you should too. So, we will catch you guys next time. Don't forget to hit the like button. It helps us out so much, and we'd appreciate it. And we will catch you guys later. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Night Watch. Peace.